Hello, I'm Rick Hours, and this is FYI. Today, for your information, we continue our look at prescription medications and what you should know if you take them regularly. Generic medications. What's the difference, and is this something you should be concerned about?
Well, there's really not very much difference at all. In fact, personally, I use generic drugs all the time, and I'm a great believer that is a great way to keep drug costs down. But the real difference is what's called the innovator product. The original company that developed this drug, they put all the money into research and so forth to develop the drug. In return, the government gives them a patent, which allows them to market the drug as what we call single source. In other words, that's the only maker allowed of that drug for a certain period of time. And that's to make back their money. After that period, other companies can come in and make the same drug, and they do. What the new companies have to show, they have to prove to the FDA that their dosage form, the tablet or what have you, that they are making has the same drug ingredient, the same amount, and it dissolves and gets into your body in the same way as the innovator drug. So really, basically, they're exactly the same. Now, occasionally, and this is very, very rare, there's what's called an excipient. Excipient is just an extra product, the cornstarch that they might add to a pill to make it actually be a pill. Those kinds of things. Excipients can be a little bit different in one drug or another. For example, you'll notice the color might be different. Well, they have a different dye in them. It's very rare, but occasionally somebody will have a reaction to one of those excipients. For example, if you're allergic to a particular dye, and that dye might be in the generic but not in the brand name, you can have a reaction. But other than that, they're exactly the same, and again, that's very uncommon. So for almost everybody, they're going to be exactly the same. People have a tendency to think prescription medications are strong and over-the-counter medications are not strong, and that's not the case at all. In fact, a lot of over-the-counter medicines are medicines that have previously been only available by prescription, and they can be very strong. And you can have a lot of interactions. Things that can Tagamet, for example, is an over-the-counter medicine that can interact and change the levels in your body of other drugs. Well, so it's really important to not take some over-the-counter medicines if you're on certain prescription drugs. The two ways to know that, obviously you can ask your pharmacist, but also reading the labels. The labels will tell you, don't take this medicine if you have heart disease, if you have high blood pressure, those kind of questions. And it's really important to read those labels because they're very carefully worded and they're approved by the FDA to make sure that they tell you what you really need to know.